Okay, so this is like funny and not funny. I was videoing, got through almost all the arms, and then my phone said there was no more storage. So I had to stop and start over, which is okay. So we all have some little complications going. So we're going to try this again. So we're going to stand with the toes straight ahead, and we're going to open and close. So as you move into first, we're going to, we want to try to move from the hip. The reason I've got earphones on is because I'm listening to music, so I can keep some sort of beat, and so I can stay motivated. And I know it's going to suck that you don't have any music. I can't play music on these, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. And we're going to hold right here, and we take it down and up. So as we go down and up with the heels on the ground, with the heels together like this, this is the range of motion. This is a demi-plie, a partial squat, whatever you would like to call that. This is the natural end range of your ankle joint in this position. Quite normal. We do want to engage the glutes, lower abdominals, upper back, and we're going to hold right here, and we come up and down. So this is where you really need that subtle tightness from the lower abdominals, a lot more tightness from the glutes, and then the upper back. The upper back, glutes, and the linchpin or the abdominals play that critical role for maintaining some balance besides practice. Hold right here. We're going to go down and up, down and up. So my glutes and abs, upper back are really driving this movement to help my legs, to help my feet to do the movement. Last one, and we're going to lower all the way down. We take it out and together, out and together. So we're just moving into second and then back into first. Here's 4 and 3. Here's 2 and 1 to the other side. We take it out and together. So as you can see, I'm half on carpet, half on the floor. Here's 4. My kitchen table's in the way. Here's 2 and 1. Other side, right and left. So just alternate. I got the counter in the way. We don't need a ton of space. And then we may have to change position. It's all good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna hold right here. We pick up the heel, pulse. Again, even in this position, you wanna think, gauge the glutes first on this one, then a little bit from the abdominals, then a little bit from the upper back. Here's 4, 3, 2, switch. Again, that tightness going through the body to help the rest of the joints. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch twos. Here's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Last time, no singles. Take it right, left, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to pick up the other heel. We're going to bring the arms up overhead. It's just a balance challenge. So here again, we gently draw the belly in, gently engage those glutes, slide those shoulders down the back. We're going to lower those heels down to the floor. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm getting ready to do. I do want you to squat deeper, tip forward, and pulse the squat. Good job. Make sure you slide those shoulders down the back. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. If you cannot get the arms straight, that's okay. They don't have to be straight. And here's 4, 3, 2, hold right here. Hand pulse. Let's squat again. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold right here. Bring the arms up. Remember, you can do this with bent arms. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to take those hands all the way to the floor. We drop the hips and lift. Down and lift. Down and lift. Down, lift. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to pulse the squat for 3. Here's 1, 2, 3, lift and pulse. 2, 3, and lift and pulse. 2, 3, just one more, hand pulse. 2, 3, we're gonna hold right here. You're just gonna fold it on over. You can shift around, you can move around, getting other portions of the hamstrings and inner thigh. We're gonna bend the knees, hands on the thighs. Come all the way up. We're gonna get into a stretch. So the stretch is more important than trying to get the balance off of this, but you do want the hand on the foot, legs are flush with each other. We're gonna tuck that tail under. I want you to hold that. The reason I need you to make sure that those knees are flush is that if you let the knees go forward, you lose the hip flexor stretch. So you want to make sure we tuck that tail under. It doesn't matter if the heels are at the glute, you're just trying to see where it goes, okay? Hip flexors are going to be the most important on this, okay? And then we release, we just go to the other side. And again, legs are flush, tuck that tail under. You might not have that much range of motion. I have a lot of range of motion through the joint. That's why I do a lot of strength stuff. And release, you're going to cross the ankle right above the knee, sitting into the hip. And again, I'm doing my best to keep my head, not you actually need to see my head, but release, switch. It's just kind of nice. I'm kind of bobbing up and down. Okay. All right. So if you've got dumbbells, perfect. Oop, I gotta grab my other dumbbells. All right, so these are 5-pound dumbbells. I went to the studio and grabbed them, okay? I also have 3-pound, but if you don't have dumbbells, you can use canned goods. You can use water bottles that have water filled with them, and you can adjust how much water is in them. If you only have plates, weighted plates, you can grab this. This is 5 pounds. I also have 2.5 pounds. And then your arms actually weigh something, okay? So you can also add that in practice before you get weights if you're not ready for weights either. So we're going to open up into first. We're going to just take one of the feet, place the heel in front of the ankle bone. Make sure you've got some weight going into that forefoot. We re-engage the glutes, and then we lift and lower. All right, so we activate that upper back as we lift. Make sure you do have some weight into the forefoot. So you should not be able to lift up those toes easily. Your knees should not be in hyperextension or behind straight, but it shouldn't be super bent either, okay? So there's that fine line for straight. All right, so make sure that you do grip the bar or the dumbbells, contract that upper back. Maybe it was a good thing that I had to start over because I did a lot of reps the first time. Last one, hold right here. Gonna bring the arms up. Press it up and down. So I know that you cannot see my arms going up overhead. And what's important about seeing my hands on this particular one is that you do need to grip the dumbbell, okay? All fingers and the thumb. There's a concept called irradiation, and that's you're as strong as your grip strength, but that grip tells the rotator cuff, hey, you need to come on, okay? Of course, we need that rotator cuff to come on. Now, this is your last one, and we're gonna hold right here. Elbows in and open, in and open. Good. Upper back is pulling those elbows open. Those shoulder blades are coming towards each other. Here's 4 and 3, 2 and 1, and release. So we're gonna take those feet out a little bit wider. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see. Probably diagonal a bit. We're gonna squat down. Arms are out in front, arms are straight. We draw the belly in. We bring the arms out and down. So once you figure out what I'm doing, I need you to align that head up, okay? So I want the ears over the shoulders, which means I'm not looking forward and I'm not looking down. It is right in between. Upper back, pulling those arms up. Arms are obviously helping. It is one nice big muscle, basically. Kind of sounds weird, okay? If you feel this up in the neck, make sure you slide the shoulders down the back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this up for a count of 3 and then squat back down. Here we go. So we're gonna go up, 2, 3, squat. Up, 2, 3, squat it down. Up, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3. Again, I just keep moving for different angles for you so you can see all the angles of this movement. We have one more. You don't have to squat on this one. And now we go back into first. Take your other foot in front of the ankle bone. Make sure you've got weight into the forefoot. We re-engage the glutes, lower abdominals, upper back. Bring it out and down. So let's say your arms are tired. Now since this is my second attempt, my arms are a little tired. Okay, so I'm just gonna bend my elbows instead of switching out the weight because I have in essence lowered the weight down a little bit. Okay, now here's 4 and 3, 2, 1. Hold right here. We're gonna bring the arms up, press it up. Okay, so as my hands come back down into view, you can see I have a grip on that dumbbell. It's not a death grip, it's just enough, okay? But make sure that you are gripping that. That is for your shoulders, okay? Make sure that you've got some weight into the forefoot. Once again, you should not be able to easily lift up that toe. This is gonna be the last one. Hold right here, elbows in and open, in and open. And again, knee is not hyperextended, but it's not bent. Make sure you're engaging those glutes. Slide those shoulders down the back. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to switch out weights. Last one, and release. Bring those feet out. Again, I'm gonna turn to the side. Squat it down. Arms are alongside the body. Again, make sure you're not gonna hit anything. And we come up and squat. Up and squat. Now, upper back is tense, it doesn't let go. Arms are stiff and straight, so you're not bending at the elbow. And it's really hard to keep that stiff like that. And we're gonna pulse for 3. Here's 1, 2, 3, and lift. And 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3. So I'm pulsing the squat, not my arms. I'm trying to hold the arms stiff. We're gonna lift up the knee. It doesn't matter what knee that you lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. If you have to put the weights down, put the weights down. Here's 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3. We just have one more. And release. Now we're gonna hold it down. Again, I'm gonna turn. Nice long back, elbows up, and extend. So once again, head is not down, head is not up, it is right in between. Okay? It's hard to get. Draw the belly in, engage those glutes. Upper back is active to help stabilize the body. All right, here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna come all the way back up. We're gonna open up into first. This is where my my phone told me my storage was full. All right, now make sure that you engage the glutes and notice that everything just gets zipped together. That's good. All right, now palms are up. We're gonna extend it out for 2s. Take it out, 2, and in, 2. Now again, we're trying to move from the center outward. I'm not trying to move from my hands and hope my body picks up that information. I'm gonna move from the upper back outward. My hands are simply heavier, okay? We're gonna pick up the pace. Now something that you need to keep in mind and that you're not doing is that if you're dropping the wrists down, you just keep going as I do this. That lets you know your bicep is either tired or just doesn't know what to do or not strong enough. You gotta get that wrist straight. Last one, hold here. We're gonna go up, 2, and down, 2. So we check in with the body first before glutes are active, upper back is active. All right. If you need to bend the arms more, you can bend the arms more. You're gonna hold at the top, and hang on, I'm gonna bend down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna come down. You don't have to come down. You just need to know I'm doing tricep extensions. Weights don't have to be together. You just need to slide those shoulders down the back. I'm gonna come back up. for those triceps. All right. So last one, and release. Now, because of my camera restraints, I would do that whole thing. Ooh, I can do it. Ooh, never mind. I should check that out before I speak, right? All right, so we're gonna come up into releve, glue those heels together. So we push them in, draw the glutes, abs active, upper back, out, two. Take it out, two, in, two, out, two, in, two. Now, if you're tippy toe and you're really struggling, just bring the heels closer to the floor. They don't have to be, you don't have to be releve, okay? Up, two. I'm gonna just keep it for twos. It's easier to control your balance if I keep the tempo slower for the upper body, okay? Remember, we're moving from the center outward, so it's upper back, upper abdominals out to those arms, middle low abs, glutes down towards the legs. Simplistically. Last one, hold right here. Those tricep extensions again overhead. You don't have to do this. I'm just gonna go into a plie so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, you can come into the plie if you want. Okay, I'm gonna come back out of it. Last one, and release. So you're just gonna set your weights off to the side. So again, I'm just gonna teach this like I would teach this in class. Okay, so you do need water. I know when I teach barre, I have to drink like 10 times the water and then if I was the participant. So hang on. All right, so hopefully you're feeling really good. All right, so I'm simply gonna use my countertop that's right here because it's right here, okay? I'm gonna move back a little bit, I guess. Remember, you can have a chair, you can have a pole. Pole is harder, okay? We got a countertop, a table, a chair, couch. You can do it right in the middle of the room, okay? So open up into first. We're gonna come up into releve, glue those heels together. Hand can either be on the waist or up into second. Now, either way, if it's in second or on the waist, you still activate your upper back, okay? It's still engaged or tight, contracted, whatever word resonates with you. And we're just gonna plie. We take it down and up, down and up. So as we go up and down, there's things I want you to keep thinking about. I'm gonna keep reminding through class. You wanna drive this through your big toe, not rolling out to the pinky toe. If you keep rolling out to the pinky toe, it's going to irritate your knees. Not necessarily on the outside, but maybe more on the inside. Okay? Could irritate the toe, could irritate the hip, could irritate the low back. There's lots of things that this could irritate. Now, as you come up, make sure you squeeze those glutes all the way to the top. Even exaggerate it if you have to. Remember, it's about getting tight. Tight and small. And healthy. Here we go. We're gonna 4 and 3. Here's 2 and 1. Down for 2. Take it down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, and up, 2. So we're driving through the big toe. We push those heels into each other and they stay pushed in. That helps create more tightness for the legs. That's for stability for the knee, hip, toe, down, 2, up. Sorry, down 3. Down, 2, 3, up. Down, 2, 3, and up. Now I like my arm down during this part. Again, you can have it up in second if you want. Go back to singles, since I'm already trying to go back to singles and talk. Either way, it doesn't matter. I just need you to activate that upper back. Sometimes this bothers people's necks, and that's why they need to bring the arm down. And we're gonna hold at the bottom. Pulse, pulse. Again, we go back to, are we driving through the big toe? Are the heels pushing into each other? Drawing the belly in, engaging the glutes, upper back, because you can see, you should be able to let go so you move from the center outward. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold right here, and rock those hips. Try to rock with those lower abdominals as well. In this position, at this height or depth, there's not going to be much movement, but as we take this deeper, you're going to notice there'll be more movement because the head of the femur has more room to move. Take it down. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, 4. Last one, down. 2, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, and 4. So you're going to lower those heels down. Get a hold of the foot. Legs are flush. Tuck the tail under. We just stretch. And switch. And tuck that tail under. All right, so we do need to get into the calves. Calves take a big brunt of this. So you do need to make sure that you're up against something and that you're not on wood. Okay, and then you press into the wall, you press into the floor. You can bend the knee a little bit, you can straighten out that leg a little bit. Captures 2 different parts of the knee, or the calf, sorry, which does affect the knee, crosses the knee joint. And we're just gonna switch sides. And then we bend those knees again and straighten it out. And again, get a drink anytime that you want to. We do tons of reps, so you don't have to worry about missing reps, okay? All right, so you are gonna take the other hand, or you move the chair to the other side. We're gonna take a wider stance. We come up into releve and singles, take it down and up. So now we need more tightness going through the legs, because now that the heels are not touching each other, we've actually lost some of that stability, really. So there's more tightness coming from my glutes, my abs, and my upper back. And I'm kind of doing an extra tightness through my legs so I can do this plie in second position. Down 2, down, 2, up, 2. So again, that's always a good way to know how your body's doing, or the stability, simply just by letting go. Down for 3, take it down. 2, 3, squeeze it up and down. 2, 3, squeeze it up, down. 2, 3, squeeze and down. 2, 3, and singles, take it down. I'll be a bit more conscious of repetitions on this, because I can get really excited about all those cues. Here's 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Hold right here. Pulse. So if you're starting to feel this on the outer calf, the top of the foot, there's this burning, calves are shaking, just bring those heels down to the floor. That's just an indicator this is what you should do anyway. You're still exercising. It doesn't have to be in plie. Plie is just helping us get challenging that base of support. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold right here and rock the hips. Now, again, if you need a break, just take a break, shake it out, come back to it. We don't have to get strong today. Remember, it's a lifestyle change. Take it down and bring it up. Good. And take it down and bring it up and take it down. Good. Bring it up. And one more, take it down. See how I screw my stuff up too. And bring it up. I'm human too. And release. Lower those heels down to the floor if you haven't already. Get a hold of the foot. Tuck that tail under. But again, we don't want to slouch it to make sure that those legs stay flush. We still want to be nice and tall. Okay? If that means that leg goes back, but you feel that stretch on the hip flexors, perfect. Switch. Again, we tuck that tail under. And we go back into the calf. And you can be there as long as you need to, and then you switch. I am about recovery just as much as I am about the working out. I'm not about beating the crap out of you. That's easy enough to do, okay? The rest part, the stretching, the break in between, that's the hard part for people. Okay, so hand, chair, back on to the other side. Again, it doesn't have to be, you can just mirror me. So we're gonna open back up into first. We're gonna lunge it back, unlike yesterday where I didn't, okay? And we're gonna come forward and back. Now, I'm gonna turn so you can see what I'm doing, okay? Now, back leg, as I take my leg back, it stays straight. I'm not doing this. That's something else, because then that looks like I'm just doing these kicks, these can kicks, okay? Now, if you want to add second, feel free to add second. I'm trying to keep that leg straight. Now, if you want to add releve, whoa, you can add releve. You don't have to do any of it. You can stay right here, okay? Sometimes I don't do it. Here's 4, and 3, here's 2, and 1. So we're gonna slide that leg in and pulse, okay? Try to stay pulsing right here. I have a lot of people think they've got to come up, and it's actually hanging out right in the middle. Gauge the glutes, lower abdominals, upper back, okay? Now we're gonna kick out to the side this time, but the top of the thigh is what goes towards the ceiling. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. So we curtsy, kick, curtsy, and kick. Good. Now I think if I go that way, and I have to be careful not to kick the table. I'm surprised my dogs haven't come in. Here's 4. Oh, you can add second, sorry. And you can also add releve. Good. Here's 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're gonna rotate back towards the chair or the bar and slide those shoulders down the back, pulse. Now, the standing leg we have to consider as well. Again, equal weight through the foot. Notice I'm not all the way back like this. I bring it forward a bit. Good. Leg is straight. Slide those shoulders down the back. Good. So this is our best for, it's a hip extension to the back. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. We bend the knee, open the knee, the arm comes up, pulse. Now I'm going to turn away from you so you can see what this movement looks like from behind. I'm still going to the back. Okay, I'm not going out here. It's straight to the back. You might have to bring the ankle closer to the standing leg. That's all right. So 4, 3, 2, we're gonna put it together. 3 arabesque, 1 attitude. Here's 3, 2, 1 attitude. If you can't get the arm and the leg together, then just forget the arms. 3, I'll get the count. Here's 1, 2, 3, and back, and 1, 2, 3, back, and 1. This is it. This is the last one. Oh. Standing leg is the one that gets beat up. It's in an isometric contraction. This is quite normal, but don't stretch it first, okay? Shake it out. Cross the moving leg above that knee sitting into the hip. Reason is we gotta let some metabolic waste get out so fresh blood can get in, okay? And you may have to shake it out again before we get into that hip. And release. Remember, get a drink if you need a drink. We're just gonna go right to the other side. We open up into first, we lunge it back, and we go forward, back, forward, and back. So again, my legs stay straight the entire time. So my torso goes over my front leg, not back to my back leg, okay? So I go forward. Now, if you want the arm in second, go for it. Again, if that messes you up, don't do it. If you want releve and not second, you want both. You do get to choose. Here's 4 and 3, 2 and 1. So we're going to slide that back leg in. Equal weight through those legs. I'm just going to face you and pulse. Pulse. I'm still engaging my glutes, my abdominals, my upper back. Equal weight front to back. Okay. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. We curtsy, kick. Curtsy, kick. That is close. Curtsy and kick. Now, this one we do bend both knees, okay? If you want second, feel free to move into second. If you want releve, feel free to move into releve. Depending on the height of things can make this really challenging. Whoa, here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna rotate again towards, slide those shoulders down the back. Lift up that leg, pulse. Again, it's not just the glute that's tight. We want to get the front of the leg tight and all the way down to the foot. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. We bend the knee, open the knee, we come up, pulse. Again, attitude is the hardest one for form. Go back behind you. That might shorten your range of motion, but then this way it's more glute and not into the other hip flexors, moving around towards the hip flexors. People get attached to where that knee is, where mine is, and think your knee goes there, and it doesn't. Or it does. We're gonna put those together. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, attitude. 3, 2, 1, attitude. 1, 2, 3, attitude. 1, 2, 3, attitude. 1, 2, 3, attitude. 1, 2, 3, attitude. Last one. 1, 2, 3, attitude. Shake it out. So once again, in general, that standing leg takes the brunt, but maybe this one didn't hurt as bad, or maybe it hurt worse than the other one. It's normal, okay? Cross the moving leg right above that left knee, or the standing leg knee, and switch. All right, you can stretch anything else that needs to be stretched. And get a drink as you need to get a drink. All right, so again, we move that chair. Again, if you're in between two counters, perfect. We're gonna open up into a squat. We're gonna side bend and elbow to knee. We bring it elbow and knee. So elbow or elbow to knee in this position, they kind of find each other fairly easily. Let the arm come down to the knee to find that. We're gonna pulse the squat. Here's 3, 2, 1, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. Last one. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna hold that squat. Get down, pulse. Again, we wanna engage the glutes, lower abdominals, upper back. If you wanna take it wider, take it wider. Upper back's involved though. Glutes are involved, then the abdominals are the linchpin on this. There's 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna squat, side leg lift, squat, side leg lift. Now, the knee then faces me, or the camera, or the TV, the computer. Okay, we wanna squeeze the butt cheek, squeeze that quadricep. Last one, we hold at the top and pulse. 1, 2, 3, squat, and 1, 2, 3, squat, and 1, 2, 3, squat, 1, 2, 3, squat, 1, 2, 3. Now you could challenge the balance even more. And remember, it's the center outward, not just this poor leg. Last one. I maybe have already said that. Hold at the top, hand to the waist, flex the foot, gauge those glutes, forward, back. And again, it's not because I got great balance. It's part of it. The other part is everything above it is strong and helping. Stabilize against the movement of my leg. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna point the toes. Hands go back behind the head. We're gonna bend both knees. Elbow comes down. We come up, open, and extend. Now, make sure that the knee goes straight and that you're squeezing, not snapping, okay? If you can't get the leg straight, go lower. It's that squeeze that matters, not the height. Last one. Good. Shake it out. So, left leg goes behind the right. We side bend towards the bar or your chair or your counter or, okay? And if you're able to pull on it, to use your body weight, go for it. It's gonna be a little hard. Again, I keep moving out of the camera, sorry. And release. So we're just gonna go to the other side. We squat it down, side bend, elbow to knee, elbow and knee. So sometimes this confuses people a little bit. That's okay. Sometimes that nervous system needs a little bit more time to recover. So that's why it seems like it's harder on this side as well. Pulse for 3. Here's 1, 2, 3, lift. Pulse, 2, 3, lift. Pulse, 2, 3, lift. Last one, pulse, 2, 3, and hold that squat. Get down. Try to challenge the depth. Doesn't mean you have to be here the whole time I'm keeping you here. Challenge it with a couple of reps. Gauge the glutes, lower abdominals, upper back. Then if you can't, then you come out of it. You don't have to stay there the whole time. Be 1 or 2 reps, maybe 3, and it'll turn into 3 and 4. Then it turns into 5 and 6. Then it turns into 20, okay? Or more. All right, last one. Here we go. We're gonna squat, side leg lift, squat, side leg lift. And again, I squeeze my butt cheek, contract the front of the leg, and here's 4, and 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, pulse. Here's 1, 2, 3, down, and 1. You can change the stance of the squat. You can go wider each time. It's all good. You can play with variety. That leg is still tight, tight, tight. Go down. Here's 1, 2, 3. So I'm dealing with a unique balance issue. I've got one foot that's half on, half off this carpet. That really changes things. Hold right here, hand to the waist, flex the foot, squeeze those cheeks. Forward, back. I got that foot back on there. I don't want to alter that muscle recruitment too much and create a problem. Again, leg is tight, squeeze those cheeks, abdominals. Again, you can challenge by letting go. Last one, hold right here, point the toes, hands behind the head. Bend the knees, lift open, extend. And again, it's not the height, it's that squeeze of the quadricep to get that knee straight. Here's 4, and 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna take the leg back behind the leg. We side bend. Let's see if I can use that table. I can a little bit. And release. And we side bend. Once again. And release. I am gonna take you to the floor. And I know some of you are kind of going, oh, what about all those squeezes with the ball? I'm still trying to come up with alternatives for the ball because a pillow won't work, block will certainly work, but, right? Okay, lots of buts on this. Yay for butts, okay? All right, so we're gonna take the arms out in front, make it look good, it's like Charlie's Angels, and lower abdominals are engaged, and we're gonna take it back. So we go back, 2, use those abs to pull you up, back, 2, up, 2, back, 2, up, 2, and back, 2, up, 2, and back, 2, up, 2, down 3, 1, 2, 3, and up, and 1, 2, 3, up, and 1, 2, 3. This is the worst angle, it's facing you actually. All right, go back to singles, or not even back to singles. Ugh. And we have one more, and release. So we're gonna lean it forward. Lower back helps stabilize while while we're working abdominals. So it is normal to feel the back, some back tightness. Your lower back just shouldn't overwhelm the movement. If it's overwhelming over the abdominals, then that's what shouldn't be felt, okay? And release. So we're gonna take the hands behind you. I'm gonna give you front view first, so it's a little bit wide, and then that way we can lean back a little bit so there is a slight bend in those elbows. And we activate the upper back. Let the arms move as they may, but let the elbows be bent. Draw the lower abdominals in because they're going to help lift the legs. Up, 2, back, 2. So it's important to control the movement down. Up, 2. Most people will have it on the up phase, but not so much on the down phase. Up, 1, down, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. Up, down, 2, 3. Up, down, 2. Now up 4. 1, 2, 3. Down 4. Down, 2, 3, 4. And up, 2, 3, 4. And down, 2, 3. Now singles, bring it up, down, up, and down, up, and down. Here's 4, and 3, 2, and 1. And release. We're going to lean it forward again. All right. So, well, that might not seem like a lot for the abdominals. Your abdominals should have been working the entire time in the standing movement. So stuff we do on the floor should merely be supplemental, okay? And so I don't spend a lot of time on that, okay? So, and I don't know how much room I have left on my video, or on my phone really, okay? And so we're gonna lower it back. We're gonna take right leg over the left leg and drop the knees to the right, okay? So this looks a bit opposite of how I would normally, or how yoga instructors, bar instructors normally do this. I'm after a really specific part of what we've been working the whole time. And we release, hug the knees in towards the chest, wiggle those hips around, feet go back down, we take left over right, drop the knees to the left. Good, and of course I've got yoga videos. If you want a longer, more in-depth stretch and release, we're gonna open the knee, pick up that bottom leg, reach through that hole to get into the hips, and release. I know it doesn't seem long, but once again, if you need a longer stretch, feel free to get into that on one of the other videos. And release. Coming all the way up, we're gonna slide one foot in. Again, we're gonna lean forward just to get into hamstrings a bit more. Having jewelry issues. And switch sides. Good. All right. And we're going to come up on top of those knees. And if you need extra padding, you can roll up that mat. We're going to take one leg out, and we're going to square those hips up and push the hips forward. You might find the foot goes in and it's really difficult to square the hips out, so you just have to move that leg out, okay? Again, I'm after the hip flexors specifically because that's going to get worked far more than anything else along with those glutes. And switch. So that's why I'm not spending a lot of time on some other things. I just didn't really work them all that much, okay? I got into the adductors, but not a ton. No, I tried to get into the knee extensors. Again, a lot of people can't get that leg straight, so it's going to be more hip flexor work. And release. We are going to come all the way up, and you're going to face, or you're going to come up and stretch into the calf. And again, you can bend the knees, straighten out that leg, and switch sides. And really, so again, if you need more longer stretch, I have gentle yoga stretches. And I'm so glad that you keep tuning in, and I'll keep trying to serve you guys as much as I can. If you have any questions, you can always message me. Thanks. Have a good one.